been a while. In fact, it has been that long that I went to a few little, you know, mental breakdowns, as you can see. I went from brown to platinum blonde to bright pink to which appears to be blue and green. But today I am back, and I'm back with a favorite. These are my favorite kind of videos because it's basically my daily routine using products that I've been loving the most recently. Probably the most asked question on Instagram is, what do you use for foundation? What do you think is the best brow product? What do you think is the best this? So I'm gonna sit down again and do a little re-updated favorite daily routine. So yeah, if you want to see what's going to happen, then make sure to stay with me. I'd like to thank Urban Decay for partly sponsoring this video. They have asked me if they want to collaborate with me and use a few of their favorite products, which I already use in my current routine, which is amazing. So yeah, a few products will be Urban Decay and a few products will be other brands. Basically, I'm just going to show a mix of products that I've been absolutely loving. That is of course not the reason why they are in my favorites, because they have been in my favorites for a really long time, and that's also the reason why they wanted to work with me on this. I mean, their brow product is something I've been swearing, not swearing. How do you say that? Swear by. I swear by it. Yeah, I swear by it. But swearing also means like swearing. You're an ass. But yeah, I swear by their brow product. I've lost my language. I swear by their brow product for the past 2 years. But just wanted to make sure that you know what's going on. And for now, I'm gonna go straight in the video. So today we are starting with the skin. To start, I'm going to prep a little bit. I have already put my creams and serums on, but I want to finish my little skincare with a little favorite from Good Molecules. This is a pure cold pressed rosehip seed oil. Antioxidant rich facial oil that delivers natural vitamin A and helps restore skin elasticity. Love this stuff. I have been avoiding oils for the past 2 hours. For the past 2 years, because I thought that was breaking me out. Turned out I was using oils in the wrong order. I thought you had to use oils at the beginning of your skincare. Turns out you have to use oils at the very last step of your skincare. The moment you put it on, it clogs and blocks the pores straight away. So the moment you're gonna put all your creams and everything on top of that, it's just gonna be clogged even more. But if you use oil as the very last step of your skincare routine and just lightly dab that on your face, on top of your skincare, it's just gonna give you that little bit of boost. So yeah, I've been using this one. It's really tiny, it's really cute. I only use literally 2 or 3 drops, and this little thing has been lasting me for ages. 2 little drops, warm up in my hand, and then just dab that on my face. So then you do want to make sure that that oil is sinking in completely before you continue to the next step. Next step is a brand new Urban Decay primer. I've been using this for a little while, since I've actually received it. I'm never really a primer fan, because I never really see the point of it, basically. But using this, and I've been liking it. I don't know if it's making my makeup last extremely long, but I did feel like it was giving me a really nice base to start my makeup. It does give me the extra glow because it's just a clear primer. It's not a mattifying primer or pore filling primer. I don't like those primers, but this is just giving me just a little bit of extra boost on my skin. And because it's from the All Nighter range, I'm probably 100% positive that it does going to make your makeup last a lot longer, because the All Nighter collection is just absolutely incredible. And when you apply it, you do feel that little bit of stickiness. So stickiness is going to make sure that your foundation or your tinted moisturizer kind of sticks to that. So yeah, I've been really liking this primer, which is a first, because you know that I never really use primers, and this one has been nice. I like it. So I've been trying to be consistent with it. So now I can feel the stickiness, that is the moment I'm gonna go in with my Tinted Moisturizer, which is from Mercier. This product is absolutely amazing. I know this product has been out for absolutely ages, and I'm gonna be honest, I always thought it was too expensive. I thought I'm not gonna spend £40 on a Tinted Moisturizer, which is basically a moisturizer with a bit of color in there. I was very much wrong. It is worth every penny. I got a scent in PR. Thank you very much for sending this over to me. And since I've received it, I have not grabbed any other foundation or anything. I use this every day. It makes me feel so confident. It makes me feel like I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I feel like I've always been talking about my skin texture. I never like my skin texture. And this product is giving me that very nice and natural coverage and giving me the extra boost without feeling like I'm wearing makeup. I've just been loving this. If you like me, you like makeup but you actually don't like foundation on your skin, you feel like your skin is textured, this stuff is the bomb. I use color 3N1 scent. A bit warm for me, but I make it work. And I've been actually applying this with my hands, just because it blends into my skin really nicely, makes it more natural. You can apply it with a brush as well, but I like to use it as a moisturizer and just let that blend into my skin and the primer and the creams. And I would say if you use it with a brush, it's probably gonna be a bit more covering, and it's just gonna give you a bit more of that foundation kind of look. But applying that with your hand is just gonna give you that really natural skin-like texture. I'm gonna go over a tiny little bit with a brush because I just want that little bit more coverage. So that way you can see two ways of the product. You can see it like this, just nice and natural, like a tinted moisturizer, and then when you apply it with a brush, it just stays in one place a bit more, and it's just going to give you the extra bit of coverage. You see what I mean? This side and this side. So yeah, it's just what you prefer, to be honest. Next product is this concealer from Decay. It's the Stay Naked concealer. It's their latest concealer. It is absolutely amazing. I've used it a few times, probably on my Instagram. You've been seeing me using it. This concealer is amazing. I use it on non-makeup days. I use it on makeup days. It's the perfect consistency because it is really thin. It is really fresh. But when you apply it, it still almost gives you that little bit of mattifying finish. But it still looks really fresh. And it just covers without laying on your skin. Like, the texture is so nice and thin. And even though the texture is so nice and thin, it still covers perfectly. So I love using this one as a concealer on makeup days. And I even love this one more to use it as a concealer as no makeup days. Because you know when you have like a no makeup day and you're not using foundation, but you still want to like cover a few things up. When you only use like a concealer, it is quite heavy. Because concealers can be quite heavy. So if you then use only a concealer on a no makeup day, it basically still looks like you're wearing foundation. And like I said, this one is just so nice and natural that it's just gonna give you the coverage and just literally gonna disappear in your skin. Like, look at my under eye area now. It's not cakey, it's not liney. It just covers some darkness. But it doesn't look like I, put loads of concealer under my eyes. I don't use lighter colors at the moment. I just like to use the same color as my skin. Because at the moment I'm not really brightening up my under eye area. I like to keep it all a bit, natural, like I said. So I am using the color 40 Neutral Yellow. So they have like the neutral range and yellow range, and then like the mixed one range. So there's like a color for everyone. So I'm just going to dab that concealer and foundation into my skin. Lately I've been using as much cream products as possible, and I've been avoiding powders a bit just because cream products work so much better on my skin. And then for blushes, I've been obsessed with Nudestix. It's the cream blush sticks. This one looks absolutely horrible. I don't know what I even did with it. It's literally like something has been eating it, but it's so good. So I'm just applying a little bit on my hand, and such a nice creamy texture. And then I'm applying that up there, and then just blending that in with my finger, so it just blends in with that skin and with its foundation. I like to do this with my fingers because if you're gonna use a brush, the brush is almost gonna like move the product around. And if you apply that with your finger, the warmth of your finger is going to make sure that product like almost melts into the other products. And it's not moving any other products that are might be under it. And it's not moving the blush around as well. It's just keeping the blush in one place while it melts into the skin. Can you hear that? Bit roots. Now that we have applied all our cream products, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder because I do need to set certain areas. I seem to get a little bit oily lately, which I don't know why, because I'm not oily, but it's happening. Don't know why. A little while I received this new powder by Tatti. It's a hyaluronic acid powder, which sounds very interesting. Basically, it's a powder that contains hyaluronic acid, which I suggest that it doesn't look as powdery. It's more like a hydrating powder, and it's like a pressed one. And I just been loving this one. It just looks so nice on the skin. It looks so thin on the skin. It feels like I'm not wearing powder. This is in the color 0. It's colorless. It has no color in there. It's great because I'm not looking to bright any areas up. I just want to look nice and natural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this brush from BH Cosmetic, which are my favorite brush brands. And I'm just gently setting my forehead because my foreheads tend to get a bit oily. I'm going to set my under eye area and around my nose. Not too much on my cheeks because my cheeks are very textured and I don't want that to show up. I do going to set a little bit around the chin area and around my mouth because my moustache always gets a little bit oily as well. And then a little bit under my cheekbones. And I'm going to set that blusher a little bit on top of my eyes as well. And that's it. That's the only powder I'm going to use. Then for bronzer, I'm using a favorite, one that I always use. It's the MAC Give Me Sun. So I'm going to bronze up my face a little bit because I'm very pale at the moment. Go in with too much. So now that I've like outlined my face, I'm just going to blend the bronzer into the rest of my face. There's nothing that makes me more happy than a bronzer, the product that I will always use because I like to be tanned, but I don't have the patience to fake tan. So I definitely need to bring in my neck because my neck is so white. There we go, nice and tanned. A little bit on my ears, not too much because my piercings will probably get affected again. There we go. To continue to my eyebrows, which is my favorite part of my makeup routine. I like to keep the face minimal, but I always need to have a good pair of eyebrows, no matter what. Always. So I'm just going to grab my brow blade. First thing I have to do is a bit random, but I like to use this bamboo toothbrush to brush my brow up. Don't know why. My friend gave me this one day. One day I lost my spoolie and I found this bamboo toothbrush and I used it on my brows and it just worked so good. And since then I've been using this bamboo toothbrush instead of a spoolie and it's just amazing. Don't know why. I love it. So I'm brushing them up, and then I'm going to use my favorite brow product, which is the Brow Blade from Urban Decay. You know I love this one. I've actually posted a updated brow routine using some Urban Decay products and a few Benefit products, I think, as well. And I showed you like my full brow routine with a close-up. So if you are really interested in like a closer look of my brows, so make sure to check out my latest updated brow routine. For today, I'm going to keep my brows simple, quick, and fluffy. So after I brushed my brows up, I'm just basically going to fill in any gaps with the little liner side. So you have two sides of this brow blade. You have one eyebrow pencil side, which is amazing. It's waterproof. It literally glides on your brows. It's amazing. And then on the other side, you have the little brow liner almost. It's a really tiny liner pen, and it just creates like tiny little hair strokes, and you can really mimic those hairs, which gives you this like those nice fluffy or like microbladed eyebrows. I love this product. It's a must-have. Like eventually, of course, like the pencil side will eventually run out. I don't use the pencil side as much, to be honest, only a little bit to define areas or like to fill in any areas. But I mostly use the stain side, and even after your pencil side is finished, the stain side will literally last you ages. So it's absolutely great product. I'm going to use the little stain side, and I'm going just to fill in my brows with hair strokes from beginning to the end. Following my own natural brow shape, I'm just filling in those brows, creating a few hairlines on the top here by my arch, a few hairlines in the bottom. Don't worry if you created some hair strokes that are maybe a bit crooked, because in a bit we're going to let them all blend in together with your own natural hairs. And then adding a few hair strokes in that brow tail, going from big to thinner to thinner to thinner. So now I'm grabbing my toothbrush again, and I'm just brushing those brows again, which will make sure that these like hair strokes just blend in with your natural hair. It makes them a lot softer, and if you had any little like hair strokes that were a bit crooked, it just fades them lightly, so they just look more natural. And then you look at them, and then if you still see a few areas where you want to add a few brow strokes, you're just gonna go in again. In my case, I want to add a few in the top because there's some gaps here, plus it makes them look a bit like fluffy and bushy. So there we go, this is my brow done. I'm grabbing a little paper cotton bud, and I'm just cleaning up the edges, which makes them look a tiny bit more defined and cleans up any little mistakes or little smudges you might make, and then blending out the foundation towards the brow. There you go, my brow done. The difference is insane. I'm just gonna do my other brow quickly, and then I'm gonna move on to my eyes. So yeah, the brows are done. I'm now gonna go over to the eyes. For that, I'm using the Urban Decay Reloaded palettes, which is my favorite naked palette. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and for some reason I tend to grab this one a lot. It just has so many neutrals in there and a few nice foils. But I've said it before, like these matte shadows are so nice. They're so buttery. They're so, I don't know, I feel like they changed something with the formula in this one. I don't know if it's true. I will maybe ask them one day, because these mattes are just, there's something else. I don't know why, but they're amazing. And for my skin tone, I just feel like it's the perfect shades for me. I mean, it's good for every skin tone, don't get me wrong, but I just, these ones up here, I use them almost every day. So I'm just gonna go in with this one, and I'm gonna show you how I do like just my signature neutral, like very like low-key, smoky glam. I'm just gonna find a clean brush. There probably are no clean brushes at the moment because it's nearly Halloween, and I've basically used every single brush there is. Yeah, I would say that's clean enough, cleanish. I'm gonna go in with the color Bucket and Bucket and Boundaries, which are my two favorite colors. I was gonna say transition color, but I never use the word transition color. I just say put it in my crease. I put that in my crease, and just look how I apply that. Oh, it just looks so smooth. It looks so nice. Don't know why. I don't know if I can't say this because the palette I'm going to compare it with now is about 135 pounds. But I feel these matte shadows are like a bit like Natasha Denona matte shadows. Like Natasha Denona palettes are extremely expensive. They're really good, but they're really expensive. And the reason why I quite like them is because of their matte shadows, because they're so buttery. But these ones are just as buttery. And it's not 140 pounds for a palette, which is great. So yeah, I just really love them. And I'm just blending that all over my crease. And I'm bringing it all the way towards the front of my brow. I feel like I've been doing that lately. I saw a video of Jamie Genevieve doing that, and she did that because it fits her eye shape, and I've been doing it ever since, and I feel like it really fits my eye shape too. So I like that. Gonna go in with Boundaries, which is a bit more of a warmer shade, and then I'm going to dark up that crease even more. But this one I'm not bringing in all the way to the front. I'm just keeping that almost in the outer corner and bringing that a bit upwards. First to get that like cat eye effect. And then I'll be moving on to Endgame, which is a dark matte brown. And look how pigmented that is. So pigmented. And I'm just going to add that in the corner. And just letting that blend in my eye, almost like a little V shape. This eye shadow I'm doing is nothing crazy, nothing, you know, probably something you already know how to do it. You might find it a bit boring, but I just feel I don't know, I just feel like it's such a nice eye look, and it always makes me feel a little bit glam. I always feel like I got my life sorted when I do like a little bit of nice eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go in with Blur, which is a really light color, and I'm just adding that on the rest of my eye. There we go. Nothing major is happening here. I do like to extend my inner corner of my highlights. Again, it's something I saw Jamie Genevieve doing in a video, and I've been doing that ever since. It makes your eyes look so much bigger, and it makes your eyeshadow just pop. It just makes it a bit different. And instead of using an inner corner highlight, I just drag out that inner corner with my Urban Decay brow blade, and look like it just really changes your eye shape. It just makes it a bit more, and it makes your eyes bigger. And I also been using that to create some fake lower lashes, which I saw Makeup by Shayla doing. It looked bizarre. But it does actually do the job. Just makes your eyes a bit bigger. I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Always curl my lashes. It just makes such a major difference, and it makes your mascara look so much nicer, and it just really opens up the eye. But look, it's like I've never seen a lash curler before, but it just really works, and I always curl them. Then for mascara, been loving this Kiko mascara. It's a brown mascara. I never really use brown mascaras. I used this one by accident. I thought it was black, turned out to be brown, and it just looks amazing. It just makes my lashes so much more neutral, natural, and the little applicator is amazing. It basically looks like a little what's these animals called that have like 100 little paws? It basically looks like that, and it's quite sharp, but it really goes through all those lashes and just separates them. You don't want to poke that in your eye because that hurts a little bit. And when you have it on, it don't necessarily like comes across very brown, but it does have a really nice natural effect. I don't know why. Same with brown eyeliner. I love brown eyeliner. It just makes everything a lot more toned down. Like with my eyes are quite tiny. I feel like on my face it's too much really quickly. I don't know why, but I feel like if I put a liner on, I love a liner, but I feel like it's too much for my face. Same with lashes, same with foundation. And with a brown mascara or with a brown liner or with like using an eyeshadow as a liner, it just suits my face so much better. So now that my lashes are done, I'm going to finish up my other eye. You can then either choose to leave it like this and keep it like nice and natural, but I am going to apply some fake lashes just because I want to also include my favorite lashes at the moment and my favorite lash glue at the moment. So I'm just going to finish up my other eye so you can see how it looks like with just the eye look and the mascara, and then we're gonna move over to some eyelashes. Finish my eyes, so I now wanted to show you my favorite lashes. So I've been using Tatti lashes for the past few months now. Love their lashes, love their glue. It is literally the best lash glue you will ever try in your life. You don't need to like wait a minute for the glue to like start sticking. You apply on a lash, pop on, bang. Oh shit, that's my lash. I also like the lash glue from Tatti that's like in a little tube, and you can literally just put that on your eye there and then put the lash tray on there. It's amazing, the best glue you will ever use. And then the lashes, I've been using every single lash that they sent me, to be honest. I don't really have a favorite except for the Molly May Everyday. No clue who Molly May is, but she has a collection with Tatti lashes and they are amazing. I just ruined this one by trying to pull the glue off. Ah, I broke it. I broke it. Need to get a new pair. 1 second. So I found another pair from Molly May, and it's called Molly May After Hours. They're really affordable. They're fake mink, so they're not from animals and things like that, which is amazing. Not I just broke another one. Okay, you want to be careful when you take them out because I'm really sad. I'm really sad. Well, that's fine because I needed to break them in half anyway. Oh fuck. This is a great start. I promise you, this normally doesn't happen. I just normally get them out, put them on, and it's all good. But for some reason, I've broke 2 pairs now, which makes me really sad. Yeah, be careful when you take them out. If these ones break again, I will be really upset, and I will forget the whole lashes thing because I'm here saying about how amazing they are, and I literally break 2 brand new pairs. I don't have a tweezer, so I am gonna do this with my hands again, and I hope I'm not gonna regret it. Oh, hallelujah. You see, normally they just come straight off. I think that Molly May one was just so stuck that when I pulled it off, it just ripped. Anyway, what I like to do these days, what I was trying to say to you, is cut them in half. So what I do is I cut them in half, and I only use the inside of the lash. So normally the side that's on the inside, I cut it through half, and then I use that inside of the lash, but apply it on the outer corner. And it's just a lot more natural. It really lifts up your eye, and it just makes so much more sense because my eyes are so tiny, and like I love this whole lash. Like I love it, but it's way too much for my face and my proportions. So I'm gonna cut them in half. Give it a little wiggle, 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 and then pop that on the outside of your lash. And it just gives you that nice and foxy look. So in a second, when it's dry, I am going to blend that in with mascara. And then I'm just gonna pinch them together with my nails. A bit more mascara on my real lashes here. But yeah, we're basically done. This is how it looks like with half the lash. And just adds a little like fluttery to your eyes. I'm now going to finish this look by applying a little bit of lipstick. I'm using LA Girl, which is the color Sugar and Spice. Again, a lip liner I always use. Absolutely always. So I'm just overlining the top of my lips and the bottom. Then for lipstick, I'm using my favorite lipstick. Oh, maybe a bit too much. Then for my lips, I'm using my favorite lipstick. It's from Charlotte's Tilbury and it's called Pillow Talk. It's an iconic one. Everybody probably knows this lipstick. But I use it almost every day. A lighter lipstick in the middle, and the one I'm using is Lipstick Queen in the color Buttercream Dream. It's a really light lipstick, and it probably only it's not really light. I don't know why I said that. But those two together, love them. You know the NYX buttery ones? It almost feels like that, but then really, really, really smooth. Before we finish this look, I want to use my, obviously, all-nighter spray. It's a must-have. I've done my stories on Instagram the other day up to show you what the power of the all-night spray is. And if you're not convinced, then make sure to be convinced after this, because this stuff is gonna make sure your makeup's gonna stay on. It's not gonna go anywhere. Like on my Instagram stories, I did like swatches here, sprayed the all-nighter spray on, and then literally showed that it's not going anywhere. But this one has a little bit of different packaging because it's not dark purple, but it's light purple. This is the new one. It's the all-in-one glow. It's the all-in-one glow. So not only does it set your makeup, it does exactly the same, but then this one also adds a really nice glow to it. So this one is even better because I love a bit of glow. So you don't want to use too much because you don't want to waste it, and a little bit goes a very long way. So you want to make sure that setting spray has completely dried, and then we're basically ready. So that's it. We are absolutely done. This is my favorite go-to look with some of my favorite products. It does change every now and then, but currently this has been in my little go-to bag for the past few weeks and probably past few months in this whole weird year. So yeah, a little updated routine. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the look. If you did, then make sure obviously to subscribe to my channel and give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more. I'm not very consistent, but I will try my best. But if you want to see more of me in the meantime, then make sure to follow me on Instagram, which is Makeup by Sanchez, and on TikTok, which is Lynn Marin Sanchez, because somebody stole my name on there, which is fine, no problem. For now, I'm going to love you and leave you like always, and I hope you have a really nice day. I hope you will tune in next time on my next video. And for now, mwah, see you later.